Get in the car, I said, she grabbed my hand. Girls rescue, met the bar, witness said. Tears fled the head, I'm waiting, I guess she tweet, I guess she confess. She thinking less, not drinking less. Bathroom says, best it gets, spontaneous. I stereotype, put to rest tonight. Imagine, believe, and achieve, it works. Skyline as I rise like fireworks.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to this edition of the After the Storm. Of course, it is Thunder Thursdays, and you guys know what that means. We're going to break down the Oklahoma City Thunder, talk about what's going on in the news with the Thunder, what's happening with them, and we've got some good news. It actually depends on how you want to look at it. I think it's good news. It may be bad news depending on what your definition is. And of course, today we're coming to you from Santa Fe Family Life Center. Let me get my boy Drew all his deal sent to him. Anyway, we're coming to you from Santa Fe Family Life Center. We're going to hopefully have a couple of guests in here today joining me on the show. But breaking news with the Thunder right now. Let's throw that on there because, you know, we like to have our Thunder news. The Thunder not picking up Dort's $1.9 million team option. So that's kind of interesting to know how that's going to work. We don't know exactly the way they're going to approach that this year. I'm thinking that's a good idea. I mean, because remember when I broke down earlier in the year, I went after the thing which I gave grades, and here are the grades. I gave Dort a C+. Can we upgrade? No. I mean, it was kind of a maybe if you do it, but no. I mean, I'll take him, but at the same time, I wasn't overly upset with the Thunder for not taking him. But, of course, the two guys that we know that we cannot live without or we don't need to go without are Josh Giddey and SGA. So those are two guys that we know that we want to hold on to. So everybody else, to me, is kind of whatever. I do like Trey Mann, but with the Thunder and what they've done this year, you could clearly see that when they took Jalen Williams with the number 2 pick from Santa Clara, that clearly was a sign that maybe he was going to take Dort, because when that happened, everybody was like, okay, who are the Thunder going to get rid of? And I thought, well, Dort is the guy, the odd man out, because you've got SGA, you've got Giddey, you've got Trey Mann, and you've got Dort. So you get another guard in there. So who is the person that's going to be the person that you're going to release? It would be him. So, and remember, Dort had a chance to show what he could do this year on the offensive side, and he did not do a whole lot. I mean, let's be honest here. He did not do a whole lot. Dort did play pretty well. I thought he did okay. Defensively, he was outstanding, but he could not shoot. He could not help us offensively. And when we needed to depend on him, he wasn't the one. So you go out and you get you get Jalen Williams from Santa Clara, the kid that you know that shot 50. I think was he one of 11 players who shot 50% from the field, which tells me that he did not shoot a lot of threes. That's what that tells me. If you're shooting 50% from the field, that tells me that you have a mid-range game. You did not shoot a lot of threes. You were basically inside the three-point lane doing pull-ups, getting to the basket, finishing at the rim. That's what that says to me when I see 50% shooting. You just don't shoot a lot of threes. So, which, of course, there are a lot of guys who do that. SGA does not shoot a lot of threes. SGA is a mid-range guy. So you look at DeMar DeRozan, a mid-range guy. So guys are starting to go back to the mid-range because you can score 25 points a game easy from mid-range. You go to the line, you pull up, you shoot. Do you have to shoot threes? I mean, I know Steph Curry made it popular, but whatever analytics says all that, which I think is a bunch of crap. So to me, I think that that is an easy pick to do that. So, but anyway, I want to say that the Thunder, did they upgrade or not? That's yet to be determined whether the Thunder upgraded or not. I don't know if they upgraded or not. I think it's possible that they did, but we won't know until time comes to that point. So I'm thinking that if I had to grade it, I would say that the Thunder upgraded. If I actually had to say it, even though Dort was outstanding on defense, I want to say that the Thunder upgraded. And if you remember My grades for the Thunder were simple: SGA, A, Josh Giddey B plus. And the reason why I did not give Josh an A is because he'd had some growing pains, even though he had those 3 consecutive months where he was the rookie of the month. That was great, but it took him a while to kind of figure out where he belonged and what he was doing now. His all-around game was outstanding as far as rebounding, playing defense, not so much, but scoring, passing, rebounding, and stuff like that. He was fantastic, and he has nothing but upside. So I'm excited to see him, and I loved what he did. I believe it was Mark Long and I were at a game, and we watched how he went off Giddey. Or he grabbed the ball from Baisley and was like, look, boom, he's number 1, I'm number 2, you're last. So I like what he did that, but I just don't see Baisley. I mean, I know the Thunder is sold on him and want him to really do it. I just don't see it. Anyway, and then, of course, Lou Dort now is here or not here. Trey Mann, Wiggins, Robinson Earl, and then the rest of them, I'm just kind of like, you've got options, and, maybe you can look at next year to see what you want to do with that. So we shall see how that turns out in the future. But right now, I want to let everybody know that we're coming from the Santa Fe Family Life Center, 6300 North Santa Fe. You can call 405-840-1817. That's 1817 to get more information. And, of course, fitness memberships are starting at $34.99 at SFFLC. What's up, Johnny Vic? Just walked up in here. And then, of course, we have pool memberships available. You can get one month free membership at SFFLC, which is Santa Fe Family Life Center, for your whole family when you purchase a pool membership. So you get a fitness membership for 1 month free if you choose to do that, which, of course, hey, that's not a bad idea. If you choose to want to do that, I would jump in right on that and take advantage of that free month membership. Now, you can see behind me, guys, we're out there working out, and I got Chris Kirk is behind me. You can't really see him, but he's got some work out. And my guy Carl Henry's in here doing some work with Chris back there, trying to get Chris involved and trying to get Chris set up. So we'll see how that works out for him. That being said, if you want to go follow us anytime, you can go to www.mcsportsnetwork.com. That's www.mcsportsnetwork.com and pull up any of our stuff on YouTube and Facebook. So you can do that anytime you want to. So I'm excited about that. And then, of course, my guy Randy Wright sent me some interesting news. And he says right here that USC and UCLA are planning to join the Big Ten as early as 2024. That's crazy. What's happening with the Pac-10? They're gone, man. I mean, if USC and UCLA are joining the what would that make the Big Ten? The Big 14? I guess, is that what would that right, Johnny? Aren't they the Big 14 now? Would they be the Big 14, the Big 12, Big 10? Because they're the Big 12. They got 12 now, right? 12 now. Yeah. So they now have 14 teams, which I don't know what that has to do with basketball, but it does, because that means that USC will be jumping in there and UCLA will be jumping in there, along with Michigan State and Michigan, Ohio State, Wisconsin, as far as basketball is concerned. So that might give Gonzaga a chance to get into the Pac-10 and give them a chance to go over to a Pac-12 or whatever they're going to. I don't know how much they're going to be, because all you're really going to have is Oregon, Washington State. You're losing UCLA, USC. You have Stanford in there, and I'm sure Stanford's probably going to stay where they're at simply because they're out there west. So you'll be interested to see how that works. But that being said, the Thunder, we'll talk about their draft picks. Of course, they passed on the number 1 overall pick, Jabari Smith, and we'll see how that works out by taking the number 2 overall pick. So we'll see how that works out for the Thunder. Their draft grade this year, I've had a chance to really come back. I was a little angry when I did the report last week. I'd say being angry is an understatement of what I was last week. But I'm going to go ahead and now I've looked at the draft. I'm going to give the Thunder probably a C- or a C on their draft. What's up, Drew? How you doing, man?
I'm doing well. How are we doing today?
I'm resigned to the fact that I'm just going to be a Thunder supporter.
You must have been hanging out with Randy.
Well, Randy, he's Randy, and we're just stuck. I mean, I'm just
From an F.
we have. I know you gave him an F, but we have Chet, and we're just going to live with it and go with what we're going to go with. That's what I say.
Chet's not the reason for my bad grade. The reason for my bad grade is who's on third from Santa Clara.
Well, I sent you the text about them not taking Dort's option, so that's why they're going to do with him. I guess he's Dort's replacement.
Well,
Jalen Williams.
I mean, there were better players than him sitting there.
Yeah, I agree, but the thing is this: they wanted somebody. I guess they didn't want another scorer. They want Josh Giddey and SGA because I look for SGA to average every bit of 25 this year, and I think Josh he's going to have to. Well, he went from 22 to 27, and when they did that, the Thunder went on a roll, and I think he'll do the same thing. And then Josh has got to average probably he averaged 10 points a game, so he'll have to jump that up to 14, 15 points a game. You have Chet coming in, and Chet's going to have to average 12 points a game. And then whatever else you can get, of course, see you later, Johnny. And then between the rest of the guys, you'll be okay. I guess that's kind of what. I mean, I don't know what else to say. I mean, that's kind of what you're going to have to do, Drew. I mean, I don't. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's
Well, let's say this: a pre question of the day: who has more wins next year, the Lakers or the Thunder?
If LeBron and AD are healthy, the Lakers.
Okay, that's big if. To capital
Yes.
I and capital
Well,
F.
I mean, you asked me. So if LeBron and AD are healthy, they will win 45 games easy.
That's probably about what their over under is.
Yeah.
I can probably tell you.
I think they'll if they're both healthy, they'll win 45 to 50 games because they're only going to play in 65 of 82.
Right.
So that's kind of what I think about that. The Thunder will be right at about 30 again. If SGA stays healthy, Giddey stays healthy, which are big ifs because both of them got hurt. But if they're both healthy and we're semi-healthy and you can keep Chet and you build around, we'll be 30 games. I think the over and under for Thunder is 30 games because we would have got 30 games easy had SGA and them not got hurt.
That's not out yet, though, so we'll see.
Okay, so anyway, what is the over under? Did they even have that now?
They don't have it yet, but I would say the Lakers are probably right there. They were 53 last year. So I would say they're probably 46, 47, and I'd say you're probably right on the Thunder, 31, 32 possibly.
Yeah, I think that's about where they would be for that.
Which will put them right on the outskirts of the playoffs at the 9th or 10th seed.
I said, did you see where Randy he sent me a deal that said USC, UCLA, and then he said that Riley thinks the Big Ten is easier than the Pac-12. I don't know if he said that's crazy.
Yeah, Riley's going to get a taste of
That's
Big Ten
crazy,
football
dude. That's crazy.
In the winter.
Yeah,
Running the ball 5 to 6 yards to carry, you're not winning a game.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
About Big Ten. I mean, you get up here, you're at Wisconsin, you're at Iowa, you're at Minnesota, you're at Indiana. I mean, these places are 10, 15 degrees, cold, rainy. I mean, it's not fun.
No, it's not good.
It's not the fun and gun of Southern California and the Big 12.
No,
you
it's
better
not.
be able to stop the run, and you better be able to run the ball, or you will get ran by your Michigan States, Wisconsin, Michigan, Ohio States of the world.
I agree 100%. You got to be able to run the ball. Well, the deal is this: what Ohio State does, they throw the ball and they run the ball.
Yep. And they have the number one recruiting class in the country every year.
Yes, basically. Well, I think the number one recruit this year went to Texas A&M.
Texas. Yeah.
Oh, he
Well,
went.
year in, year out, Ohio State's top 3.
I agree. Agreed every year, and they were again this year. But I tell you what, Texas, boy, man, he's loading up, ain't he, Sarkisian? Boy, they're loading up down there, man. They're loading up on talent.
Yeah, they
But
are.
like I tell
Oklahoma
people,
State will still beat them in Austin.
what have we,
Like they do every year.
what, 7 out of the
years in a
last
row.
8, or what was it, 4 in a row?
4 or 5 times in a row that they beat them in Austin.
And then Randy
What's funny is they do that in all sports. In basketball, they play well in Austin. And then in baseball, they swept Texas in Austin this year.
I know, isn't that crazy? And then we go down and we lay an egg against Tech.
Yeah,
Get swept at Tech.
Oklahoma State's always going to give you one that you're like, you scratch your head.
Yeah.
You know, wow.
Yeah.
How do we get beat by Kansas or Iowa State or somebody like that?
Yeah, it's always amazing how that works. In the football, though, we always handle our bit. But in football, we always lose one that you don't. I mean, like when we should have won the national championship in 2011. You know, because somebody was. He goes.
Would have had a good shot at it. I don't know if they could have beat LSU.
I think this is the reason why I think we would have beat them. They had no answer for our outside game. Nobody did. We were the first ones that threw the ball as much as we did. You know, and if that deal. No, but
devil's advocate with you is we couldn't stop the run.
Yeah, but the whole point is if you're scoring and you're up, you're 4. That's the whole thing. That's the reason why we beat people. We were scoring so fast, and our defense was good enough to stop you every now and then. So if you're down 14 points, you can't keep running the ball because you're just wasting clock, and then we're running down the court and scoring on you. I mean, you can't keep up. So that's what the offense always did is we scored and force you out of your.
In national championship games, all boils down to turnovers.
Yep.
On football, you don't turn the ball over.
You win.
And you capitalize on their turnovers. Then
you win. And then how about Kevin Durant wanting to trade out of request trade out of New Jersey?
I didn't see that, but that really surprised me. Why would Kyrie stay? If that just tells me right there, he's not having any communication with Durant.
Yeah, it says Kevin Durant requests trade out of Brooklyn.
Wow, come on to LA. We'll trade you for LeBron.
Right. And Russell.
LeBron,
and Russell.
Westbrook, and I'll think about AD.
I'll give you AD too. I'll give you AD too. Because I promise you. Yeah, he wants to I don't blame him, Drew. That's just he went there for Kyrie. And Kyrie has been nothing but
KD and Tobias Harris for LeBron, AD, and Westbrook. Let's make that trade.
And Seth Curry.
Yeah, we'll take him too.
Yeah, we need a shooter. And we'll give y'all Austin Reeves.
Good trade.
Y'all can have him, and we'll do Austin Reeves.
Dude, that's a trade right there. I mean, LeBron could go back to the East Coast, to the Eastern Conference, where he's
successful.
Get KD back on the West Coast where he's successful.
Yep. Or hey, I'll do this. Let's trade. You know what I would do? I would trade Poku 4 first-round picks to put KD with SGA and not Poku, but Chet and keep. I give you Chet and 3-4 first-round picks and whomever for KD. And you put KD with SGA and Giddey. Oh my God, Drew. He'd help those young boys be what they need.
That little article that I sent you that was talking about how Oklahoma City would be a soft landing for KD.
Yes.
There'd be nobody questioning it since he's going back home and
Yeah, but Drew, what? But the whole thing is you give them that, you keep SGA, you keep Giddey, and you give a bunch of picks because we've got a gazillion picks. So give them. If you gave 3 first-round picks for the foreign guy, give 5 first-round picks plus that guy plus whatever for KD. Oh my God, Drew!
You trade away your whole next year's draft.
Oh KD. My God! And then you give them Chet, you give them the foreign dude, you give them.
You can't get rid of Chet.
Dude, you gonna try to tell me you wouldn't give Chet for KD? All day. I mean, if KD would be willing to come back to Oklahoma City, to play because him and Josh Giddey, and can you imagine? Because Giddey and SGA like to drive. You kick it back out to KD. Oh my God, Drew, Jesus. Oh, KD's life would be.
Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you, both those trades make a lot of sense for both teams because the Lakers could dump Westbrook's contract and then the Nets would absorb it and then probably do a sign and release.
Yep.
Just releasing.
Yep, I agree 100% with that. Dude, it would be. I would love that, man. I would absolutely love that thing. So I'm excited about that. But anyway, hey, let's take a quick break, real quick, Drew. And we've only got a few more minutes, and then we're gonna cut off, and then we're gonna switch over to Facebook, Drew. And because right now we're just doing our thing on YouTube. So we're going to switch off and get Facebook on there, bro, here in just a second. So, but anyway, we want to take this opportunity to thank our guys at YNB, family owned and operated since 1912.
A bank that makes things happen.
Yes, they do. Pre-qualify online at www.ynbok.com. That's www.ynbok.com. So you can hook up with those guys over there and definitely go see who.
Or girls, go in and say hi to Carolyn.
Go hi to see Carolyn because we know we love her and we want her to be in there. So go do that quickly. And then also we want to thank our other sponsors. Collaborative Logic, if you have any IT needs, go holler at my boy Russell or our boy Mark Long at SRB for any engineering, surveying, or planning. Oak Grove Trucking, our boy with the dump trucks. He told me he wants to add another truck. So he's just trying to get four dump trucks. He's trying to get a dump truck is what my boy's trying to do. He's doing good. I said, get it on, brother. He had a new driver. He had a new driver yesterday, Drew, that he was training. That was interesting watching him on his snap. I'm like,
I had a run in with a driver yesterday too. Backed my boat out of the storage unit and took off the back tail light. So that was fun.
Oh, I know all about the back tail light. Mine is gone too. And then holler at our boys at NAFCO, Craig and Max Nafee over at NAFCO. So just holler at both of those boys. But anyway, Drew, we're going to take this break and we're going to switch over to Facebook really, really quick. I want to thank everybody for watching this edition of the After the Storm on Thunder Thursdays, and we're going to switch over to our Facebook people now. So hang on one second. There we go. All right, Drew. There we go. We got our Facebook people all joined in with us now. Now, as soon as I got so much stuff on my Facebook deal. On my remote. I want to thank everybody over at Facebook for joining us. We're over on Twitch and our YouTube channel. Now we're back joining you guys here live on Facebook, and so hopefully you guys can join in. I'm with my guy Drew Henthorn on this Thunder Thursday for After the Storm, talking about the Thunder draft, what the Thunder have done, and for you guys that don't know, in Thunder news today, the Thunder are not picking up Lou Dort's $1.9 million team option, making him a restricted free agent.
He might be a Laker.
Well, but the deal is, Drew, is that remember he's restricted, so whoever offers him, the Thunder has the opportunity to match. So, which I don't think the Thunder will. I mean, you don't want him at 1.9, and you basically drafted Jalen Williams. I mean, what are you going to do? I mean, why would you need him? Agreed?
I agree.
I mean, and like my whole thing is, when I put down and I don't know if you can see this, Drew, but what I did is my Thunder grades, and I had SGA A. I had a Josh Giddey B+ because I think he came on at the end, but he still didn't really know kind of what he was doing, but he got better. I had Lou Dort as a C+, and then I had No for an upgrade, but I was kind of wishy-washy on him. I wasn't a big fan of his. No for upgrade on Trey Mann. You keep Wiggins and you keep Jeremiah Robinson-Earl. And then Kendrick Williams, Roby, Sarr, and Diakite, you could do whatever with them. And then my Thunder grades for Darius Baisley, C-, upgrade, get rid of him. Poku, get rid of him. Maladon, get rid of him. Krejci, Jerome, Muscala, and of course Derek Favors is just a nice piece, but you could get rid of him. Does any of those you disagree with?
No, I'm surprised Muscala didn't play better there. He was a decent player. He just kind of, if he's not wide open, he's not any good.
And he can't rebound, and he can't defend.
No, he's a shooter, and if you're a shooter, you're able to shoot.
You gotta be able to shoot. You gotta be able to shoot. And the whole thing is that like we were talking about Lindy Waters. I think you had asked me about Lindy, and my deal with Lindy is really simple. It's like, bro, you shot 50% in the G League. You get to the NBA and you shoot what, 30, 20-something percent? And it's so funny sitting next to your Uncle Randy, right? Oh my God, he was on me, dude. I mean, you know how he is. I'm like, man, I'm trying to take notes from my After the Storm show, and Randy's just on me about Lindy Waters. Oh, Lindy Waters, look at him. I'm gonna do. He just shot outside the backboard. He's 1 for 8. What are you talking about? Oh, he's blocked his shot. I go, he just got scored on 3 straight times. Okay, he blocked the guy's shot. I mean, come on, man. For his one play, he just go nuts on me about Lindy Waters. He just irritates me. He just likes to irritate me. That's what Randy Wright does. He likes to irritate me. But we're going to let everybody know that Randy did give us some good news, or give us some news, that Kevin Durant requested a trade. And Drew and I were just talking on our other channels on Twitch and YouTube. We were just discussing about how Kevin Durant could come back to Oklahoma City and to be a soft landing spot for him. Right, Drew?
Yep, 100% agree. If they somehow ended up in LA, boy, the whole world would turn up on its head and spin. But Oklahoma City people would understand that. He probably wouldn't get much grief about it. Comes in, average 35 points a game, gets under in the playoffs, and add around it. Hopefully, catch lightning in a bottle.
Well, and then he would be, teaming him with SGA. Oh my God, and Giddey. Oh my God.
He'd have to buy a house there in Oklahoma City because I'm pretty sure nobody's gonna rent to his house.
I don't think he sold the one he had. I think he still has the one he had down there. That what he did.
I know a couple of renters that weren't too happy.
Well, but he has that townhouse downtown in Deep Deuce where he broke out the wall and combined 2 townhouses. So I mean, I'm like, I don't know how. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that's bad or good. You know what I'm saying, Drew? I don't know how bad that would be, but to me, if you team him with what we got.
He had a house out in Edmond, too.
Well, he had the one in Gaillardia. That was his mom's.
Yeah.
That was his mom's.
Okay, well,
I think he probably still has that, too. He still has that, too, probably. I don't think anybody was buying anything from him. I think if it was his house, I don't think he's buying anything from him. His mom probably still has that, and I'm sure he probably still has his 2 townhouses next door, which was nice for what he wanted. But that for future, I mean, what you got to put that wall back and make them 2 separate units. You can't have 2 units into 1 unit. I mean, who the hell wants that? Unless you're 7 foot.
Didn't Westbrook live in there too?
No, he was out in Nichols Hills. He built that big home in Nichols Hills, and I think he was out in Edmond for a while somewhere. And then I think he built that house in Nichols Hills, which I think he still has.
You're gonna get a reunion? You're gonna get a reunion?
No, Drew, stop. Stop, Drew. My guy who does sprays my yard, he was saying that to my boy Greg Smith. He said the same thing. He was like, oh, man, Westbrook coming back. My mom will be so excited. I go, well, why don't your mom pay him? That boy don't mean, look, our team is young. We have a great fit. And if you get a Kevin Durant to go with what you have right now as our team, how young as our team is, he would take Oklahoma City right back to the top. And Drew, you're only a couple. You have your boy Jalen Williams, who you love, the Dennis Rodman of this draft. You have him rebounding, killing people inside, and then you still got a decent base.
I think that he's going to become a crowd favorite in Oklahoma City.
He's going to be a monster.
They're going to love him. They're going to love his game, the energy that he brings to the table. He's going to be a fun player to watch.
I agree. I like him a lot. And what's so funny is you called that on draft night. Remember? You go, man, Oklahoma City would need him. He would be great. And you call that all day long.
He fit in perfect because he can go get you rebounds, kick it out to the guys, the shooters, and he's not going to complain. That's his game.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, he has the perfect opportunity to do something. Of course, your boy says Westbrook, Chet, and Durant. Chet wouldn't know what Chet. No, that would be three-headed, all right. It'd be a two-headed monster. Give me the one. I mean, Durant would never play with Westbrook again. And then why would you get rid of your future with SGA and Giddy? They're not going to get rid of Giddy. I can promise you that. Giddy ain't going nowhere.
I don't think so either.
Giddy
I
ain't
don't
going
think so
nowhere.
either. I mean that's Presti's golden child.
Yep. They'll get rid of SGA before they get rid of Giddy. There's no question about that.
Or SGA will leave. He'll want to leave.
Or SGA will leave. Agreed. Which I think that's what's going to happen. I think SGA will be gone after his draft is over.
Where is he from, Matt?
Kentucky. I think he's from Florida originally, but he played at Kentucky. He played at Kentucky.
I can't remember where he was from.
He's from Kentucky. Remember, he got drafted first round, top 11th, 12th overall by the Clippers, was just doing great. The Clippers wanted Paul George. They gave us a ton of picks plus SGA.
Yeah.
And that's turned out really, really well for us. And I really like what SGA has brought to the table for the Thunder.
And what has he done for the Clippers? Nothing.
Nothing.
Playoff Paul.
Yeah, but hey, you know what he gave us, though? He gave us the 12th overall pick. That's what the Clippers did by losing to Minnesota.
Yeah. They gave
The
us a guy
Clippers.
that nobody's heard of.
Hey, the Clippers will always be the Clippers. I don't care what people say, the Clippers. But, them getting John Wall is not going to hurt, Drew.
No, it's going to help them.
It's going to help them.
Makes them better.
And like you and I agreed, I would have taken John Wall with the Lakers.
Yep. Yeah, in a heartbeat.
Yeah, but, the Thunder, Drew, I'm gonna support the Thunder and what they're doing. I got to give them some love. We'll see how it works out. Chet may be transcendent. I don't believe that, but he may be, and all I can do is go out and support. And like we said, the very first game is the 9th of July. Is the very first game. So I'm excited to see that. That's going to be great to watch them play. I'm excited to see what happens when he goes against Jabari on July 9th. And so you'll be watching that, right?
Sure will. As I'm strapped with a moving belt and sweating and yelling at kids. Sure. I'll watch it.
Are you going to have the kids with you?
Yeah.
I thought they were going to be back by then, no?
No, they stayed in Oklahoma City for about 3 weeks, and they came back up and finishing up all their goodbye tours, and they'll be in tow.
Oh, well, that'll be good though, right? Though, I mean,
Oh yeah, I don't like having them away. They're fun. They're good kids.
Well, that and they daddy's girls too,
Yeah.
right?
Oh yeah.
So that matters right there. I'm trying to find. I had the Thunder TV schedule on here, and I'm trying to find what I did with it.
I tell you one thing we need to talk about is let's talk about HuskerDrewPicks.com going 6-1 last night. I mean, baseball, basketball, football, it doesn't matter. Just tune in and you will learn how to play the line.
Okay, let's do that, Drew. Let's go through. Okay, we're going to go over your Drew's picks for today. Let's do that while we're here.
Today.
Braves, you got the Braves plus 136.
And just go ahead and say it. I mean, if you played the Braves every day in June, they are 21-5 money line.
Yeah, today is a chance to tie the Yankees record, right?
Yep. So they tie the record today, and then they'd have a chance to beat it tomorrow.
No, tomorrow's the first, bro.
That is it. Tomorrow's the first. That is it. All they can do is tie.
All they can do is tie. So you got the Braves. I don't know if I'm cheering for them. I don't want to tie my Yankees record. I don't think I'm not really going to cheer for the Braves. But anyway, they have the Phillies. You're doing under 8.5.
Yeah, you got Anderson's on the mound for the Braves, coming off a loss against a tough loss against the Dodgers, where the first inning celebration I think rattled him. He gave up 2 runs in the first inning against the Dodgers, ended up costing him in that game.
Okay, wait. Let's remind me. They lost to my Dodgers, right? I just want to clarify that. The Braves lost, right, to the Dodgers. That's what happened. Okay.
Regular season.
I just want to make sure we are in agreement that they lost to the Dodgers. Okay, go ahead now. Cubs minus 131.
Yeah, just because the Reds are terrible. The Reds are just they're horrible. And
The Cubs are terrible too. What are you talking about? Can you imagine trying to get up to go? Hey, let's go watch the Cubs and the Reds play. Oh my
Yeah, I'm going with the Cubs on the 4th of July weekend series. And
I know, but
just take
Drew,
them in the first.
how much beer do you have to drink or cocktails you have to drink to watch the Cubs against the Reds in the sun? In the
I mean,
sun.
that's one that the people are giving it away to their employees. Here you go.
Here you go. Never had a chance to go.
Hey,
And
cousin
by the way,
Jim, you said you wanted to go to a game, right? Here you go, buddy.
here's $100 for the help with your tab for your kids.
All right, go and put everything on my tab. Don't worry about it.
Okay, then you got the Stros plus 130.
Yeah, that's get Stroh's getting money at home against the Yankees tonight. And let me tell you, the Stros are a thorn in the Yankees' side.
Trust me, I know. Believe me, I know all about it. Well, there's no need to remind me about the Stros and they cheat and what they do, because my guy John Gray, I want to bust him up about how the Stros cheat.
Sounds like to me like your Dodgers were cheating too, not telling Freddie you had an offer from the Braves.
No, that's not what happened. That's not what happened. That's hearsay. That was not the truth, bro. That's just some hearsay stuff. That is not what happened. That is not at all what happened. Okay, let's get that straight.
It'd be about par for the course for them.
That's hilarious. Okay, then of course you have the Dodgers minus 134 against the Padres, and then you're taking under 8, huh?
Yeah,
think it's gonna be
good. Those games are always low scoring between those two teams for whatever reason. I don't know why, but I've gotten burned a few times playing the over in those games. And Dodgers pitching at home is a lot better. Chavez Ravine's a big ballpark. And the Padres pitching staff's built around a big ballpark too, so I look for that game to be low scoring.
You know what's funny about the Chavez Ravine is they built that in what 60,
and it's still
60, whatever they built it. And what most people don't know, that used to be all Mexicans were down there. Okay, all American Mexicans, they were all down there, and they just moved them. What do you call eminent domain them? The eminent domain. And got rid of them all and put in that ballpark. Because the where it's at, I mean, when they put the Mexicans down there, they go, okay, we don't want you to, you just stick you guys down there. Nobody wants it. And then all of a sudden they're like, the beauty of watching a game from Chavez Ravine is just absolutely amazing to watch games from down there. It's just crazy, bro. It really, really is a beautiful thing. And it's just amazing what people do to the poor people. It's just, okay, we're going to stick you over here because this property's it's kind of like in Florida where they stuck, they had all the property by the beach and they stuck all the poor people up in the hills. And now that Miami's flooding, they're trying to go in and kick all those people out. I'm like, okay, you didn't want us up there. You wanted us up here away from y'all. Now that Miami's flooding, now you want us away from, where are you going to put us now? I mean, you didn't want us to, I mean, it's just, I feel sorry for a lot of poor people. The people with the money make the rules, and that is exactly how it works. But anyway, beautiful place to watch a baseball game. I just absolutely love it, and I love what we do. So. But anyway, brother, all right, you got to run, Dom.
Yeah, hey, I just wanted to jump on here with you for a few minutes. I got to get back to it, but definitely go to HuskerDrewPicks.com. Gonna have another winning night.
Yep.
Let's try and get together tomorrow.
I'll
get a good question of the day, and we'll get after it.
Well, I'll be at Cutting Up tomorrow. You already know that. So now that things have calmed down with the Thunder, I can be in there talking to them. So that's going to be a good thing, and it'll be a good day. So, all right, brother, appreciate you.
All right, my friend. Appreciate you.
All right, that was Drew Hinthorn of HuskerDrewPicks.com. By all means, go to his website. He's been on fire for the NBA and for baseball as well. He went 8-1 last night, or 6-1, whatever it was, 8-1 last night. So by all means, go check out his site. That's Husker Drew, www.huskerdrewpicks.com. And just want to give my shout out to my people here at Santa Fe Family Life Center, 6300 North Santa Fe. You can call for more information at 405-840-1817. That's 840-1817. Call over at Santa Fe Family Life Center. Fitness memberships start at $34.99. And you can go, and for more information, go to www.sfflc, which is Santa Fe Family Life Center.com. pool memberships available. And remember, with the family pool membership, you get 1 free month of fitness membership if you get the pool membership. And the pool is fantastic. What I need to do is do a show from the pool is what I need to do one day, but it's too hot out there right now. If I could do it underneath where I had some air conditioning or something, I may want to do that, but I'm not doing that right now. But anyway, that's Santa Fe Family Life Center. You can look up at www.sfflc, which is Santa Fe Family Life Center, or you can call us at 840-1817. That's 405-840-1817. Want to thank those guys for allowing me to come and do my remote here. It's always a great place, and like I said, back there behind me, you can see that they're doing a little training and they're doing some stuff behind me. My guy Chris Kirk is back there doing his normal thing, and what a good player, and he works his butt off, and I'm hoping that he has a chance that somebody gets to see him and pick him. So, but anyway, you can see behind me, they're doing some individual training and working on some people, how to get through and around screens and stuff like that. And you can see Chris back there behind me with his hat on backwards with his shirt off, just raise his hands up. So anyway, I want to thank them for doing their thing with that. And then you can see the weight room and stuff there behind me. And then, of course, behind that big tarp is the area where you do the bikes and the treadmills and all of that. And direct behind me is where we do all the free weight, where the ropes and all of that is, and all the heavy lifting equipment is directly behind me. And then we also have pickleball, tennis, and, of course, my favorite sport would be basketball, which I'm sure y'all are shocked to know that would be my favorite sport. But anyway, this is Thunder Thursdays, and we're talking about the Thunder. And remember that they did not pick up Lou Dort's $1.9 million player team option. But, of course, they just drafted Jalen Williams, and we'll talk more about that tomorrow and what the Thunder did on the Unpopular Hour, which is our daily show that we really go into detail more about the whole NBA and what's happening. And then for those of you that don't know, Kevin Durant is requesting a trade, and Drew and I talked about that at the beginning of the show, how, I'd love for Kevin to come here. And we've got tons of picks. You put him in with SGA and Giddey, and I think the Thunder really have something to work with. If you get those young guys along with him, they both go downhill. They could kick it to Kevin. When we get in trouble, it'll help SGA and Giddey, and I think he would be a nice veteran piece to add. Plus, it'd be good for him to come back to Oklahoma City, and I think, you add a couple pieces with that. We have the Jalen Williams that played at Arkansas who just killed Chet. We have him playing for us, which Drew, my boy Drew Hinthorn, calls the next Dennis Rodman, and Oklahoma City fans are going to love him because of his tough play and how he is just tenacious around the basket, getting rebounds and being physical. In Oklahoma City, we know definitely needs something like that. But anyway, I also want to take this opportunity to thank my guys at Y&B, family owned and operated since 1912, the bank that makes things happen. You can qualify for any loans online and that's at www.ynbok.com. That's www.ynbok.com for them to pre-qualify for anything that you might need as far as loans. They are the people that are good for that. So go talk to my people, Carolyn Hinthorn or my boy Randy Wright, either one, but they're going to send you downstairs or send you to talk to the guys downstairs on the bottom. So, but anyway, go to www.ynbok.com if you want to look at pre-qualifying for loans, whether that's cars, whether that's refinance, whether that's to go out and, to buy some homes and redo them. Of course, everybody's out there buying homes and reselling them and stuff like that. So by all means, go look them up because they are perfect for that. Now, back to the Thunder. We had talked about this, that I'm just resigned to the fact that, okay, this is where we're at. We took Chet. I wouldn't take Jabari. It is what it is. How you pass up the number one player in the draft, I think Sam Presti had in his mind what he wanted to do. Jabari fell to him, I think he had in his mind made up clearly. I did not listen to the press conference because I really don't want to hear what you got to say. You passed on the number 1 overall pick in the draft. You passed on him. So now we know why Orlando passed on him, because he came out in his Twitter and said, I want to play for the Oklahoma City Thunder. And if I'm a GM, if you don't want to play for me, fine. I don't want you playing for me. I'll go get someone else. So he fell into the Oklahoma City Thunder's lap. And it's so funny. We were at Cat's Tavern. And when they took Paolo, everybody starts cheering. And there's probably 60 people, 50, 60 people there at the bar watching the draft. Everybody starts cheering like, yes, we're going to get Jabari. And when he chose Chet, there was complete silence in the whole bar. There's not one person who clapped. Not one. The whole bar just went silent like, are you kidding me? But I think that Sam Presti had his mind made up. We're going to take Chet. We're going to make these moves at 11 to get this guy. We're going to make this move at 12. That's what we're going to do. And that's what he did. He had his mind made up what he was going to do in the draft, who he was going to pick, and what he was going to do. And he followed his plan straight up, straight through. So I did not listen to his press conference because I don't want to hear it. You can't give me an excuse why you passed on the best player in the draft. You can't. There's no excuse other than the fact that your plan was this and you didn't have a backup plan. You didn't. You can tell that to people who don't know what's going on. They can believe you. I don't. If you have the best player in the draft fall to you, you take him. If that's your fortune, that's what you do. But you had in your mind what you wanted to do, Sam Presti, and you did it. And that's cool. So we have no choice but to say, okay, we're going to follow what you believed in what you were doing. You did this. Now, here's Kevin Durant wanting to trade. What do the Thunder have a bunch of? Picks. And if Kevin Durant leaves and Kyrie leaves, what is New Jersey going to need? Picks. Now, we can give them some players or whatever, but we're not going to give you Josh, and we're not going to give you SGA. So those guys are off the table, right in front. You don't want Trey Mann because you got Kyrie and you got some guys. So you don't need guards. So what does that leave you? That leaves you with Robinson Earl. That leaves you with Wiggins. That leaves you with Baisley. That leaves you with Poco. And that leaves you with Chet. Now I would trade Chet for KD in a heartbeat. That wouldn't even be up for discussion. The best player in the league, I'm going to trade you. I'm going to give you him. For him, I'm going to give you a bunch of picks, and then that's going to vault us right up to the top right away. I'd give you 2 picks next year because we still have 4 left. I'd give you 2 picks for the next year because we still have 2. I'd give you 2 picks, and another first. So I'd give you 4 picks plus some players plus a second round. So I'd give you 5 picks, 6 picks. Same thing with basically but basically what the Clippers gave us for Paul George, I'd give them for Kevin Durant. Plus, we don't really have an SGA, but I would give them something like, say, here, what else can you need? Because clearly you're going to rebuild because KD, and I would bring KD back. I think it would be good for the city. I think that would heal a lot of the ugliness that's associated with Kevin, which I don't agree with the Oklahoma City fans. I completely understand why he left, and I have 0 problems with why he left. 0 problems with why he left. I would have left too. But I think that'd be great for him to come back to the Thunder. And with these guys, with what we have, and then you come back next year and you grab a couple more guys in the draft, man, this team could be very, very special. Or you could probably trade for some guys now because KD's there along with SGA, who people love. And SGA is, he's definitely top 10 point guards in the league, no doubt. Probably 6, 7-ish. In fact, you know what? We'll do that tomorrow. We're going to break down who we think are the top point guards in the NBA right now and what is the SGA rank. So, anyway, you can get that. You bring KD in, and, not that I'm not necessarily not a Chet fan, but what I'm saying is I'd rather have KD than Chet. And if you really are a true basketball fan, you'd rather have KD than Chet. Now, in your long-term deal, Chet is a project. He is a possibility. KD, you're going to have him for the next 3 to 4 years. He's going to be doing what KD does. And the Oklahoma City are going to be relevant right away. You've got 2 young guys who can go downhill. They both can score. They both play decent defense. You can get you a couple guys in that you can bang for you because you got picks for that. And then Oklahoma City's back on top for the next 2 or 3 years. Instead, you can go and say, okay, you're going to stay where you're at. And Oklahoma City is going to average 30 wins probably next year, maybe. I don't even know what the over-under is, but I told Drew, I thought that he asked me who I thought would win more games, the Lakers or the Thunder. And if LeBron and AD are healthy, the Lakers are going to win 45 games, 50 games, easy. If they're not, then they're going to be right around the 35 range, and Oklahoma City is going to be right at about the 30 range. We won 24 last year. I thought we'd win 27 or 28 games, even though we were projected to win 17. I thought that was low once I started watching the Thunder play. I picked them at 27. They ended up at 24. And had we not played, I don't know who those dudes were we were playing the last 7 or 8 games, I think the Thunder would have gotten more than what they had. So, but anyway, I'm going to pick the Thunder right now. 30 games is what I'm going to pick them this year because Chet is just not there. He's still got a ways to go, and that's if nobody gets hurt. That's where I think the Thunder will be, is right around 30 games. This will be interesting to see, and we're going to find that out tomorrow. We will look that up. So we'll look at where SGA is as far as point guards in the NBA, number one. And number two, we will look up what the number is for the Thunder over and under for victories early. And remember, the Thunder, July 9th is the first game against Houston, so it's going to be interesting. Jabari versus Chet, which I don't necessarily know if it's the first game. It's going to be a good test. I wish it was the third game because I think that would be much better test after both of them have played a couple games, got all the nervousness out for them to go against each other. I think that's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. But July 9th would be the Thunder's first game, and we will be putting that out tomorrow. You'll be able to see that if you go check out our show tomorrow at 2 o'clock, the Unpopular Hour, coming from, of course, the barbershop. So it's going to be interesting to see what the guys are thinking there. And we did, like I said, we did not go last week because emotions were running very, 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 very high last week, and I just didn't want to get caught up in all the nonsense that was being said. And I was there getting my fade done, but there was too much ugliness going on, and feelings where the temperatures were too high, and I didn't want that kind of language in the background of my show. So we did not do it there last week. But you can go back and catch the After the Draft show on the Unpopular Hour. And remember, if you want to watch us, you have several different ways you can go. If you want to watch us, you can go, let me see, where's it? You can go to www.mcsportsnetwork.com to watch us and check us out. You can go click on the website. Boom, you click on whether you want to watch the Unpopular Hour, After the Storm, or Women Only Wednesday. It breaks it down. Or you can go to YouTube, which, I would prefer because today, had you gone to YouTube, you would have saw the beginning of the show right there because we are on YouTube. So you go to YouTube, you clock in, and you subscribe, and you like, and you hit notifications, and every time the show comes on, YouTube will click it straight to you and stream it straight to you so that you know it's there. And then we're also on Twitch. And all you got to do is search the Popular Hour - Matt Clark, and it will pop up, and you can like and subscribe and hit the notification button. And then After the Storm is After the Storm OKC Thunder. You click on that and you like it, and all that pops up, so you'll have that as well. So go either one of those places to see whatever you need to do. And then, of course, Women Only Wednesday, the Unpopular Hour Women Only Wednesday, it pops up. So, I prefer that you go to YouTube if you can, if you know how to use it. If not, just go to www.mcsportsnetwork.com, and you can watch any of the shows. And that's www.mcsportsnetwork.com. Here are all the shows that I was just discussing. You have After the Storm, which is an OKC Thunder deal analysis, which is what you're watching and listening to today. The Unpopular Hour Women Only Wednesday, which is our deal where we're trying to help women do that. And then the Unpopular Hour is our daily show Monday, Tuesday, and Fridays. And it's weekdays at 2 o'clock is when the show is on. So, like I said, and then, of course, we want to thank our sponsors, Collaborative Logic, my guy Russell over there. And then if you got any IT needs, he's the guy for that. SRB, my guy Mark Long for any engineering, surveying, or planning needs. Of course, Oak Grove Trucking, and my boy Jose and his dump trucks, and then Max and Greg Nafee at NAFCO. I want to thank all those people for making sure that where our sponsorships is done. And then, of course, Drew Henthorn, he's on fire. He was 6-1 yesterday. Here are 8-1 yesterday. Here are his picks for today. The Braves plus 136. Of course, they're going for their 22nd win to tie the major league record for the most wins in a month. The Braves and the Phillies, he's going to take the under 8. The Cubbies and Reds, I don't know who the hell wants to watch that, but he's got the Cubs because the Reds are terrible. Cubs aren't much better. And then the Stros plus 130 against the Yankees. And, that's just an ugly rivalry. And, of course, the Dodgers and Padres, he's taking the Dodgers at minus 134. And then under 8 because those two usually always have a close when they play each other. For some reason, it's always close. And I don't know why those two are, but it's always close when those two go at each other. So that being said, I want to thank everybody for watching After the Storm this Thunder Thursday. Of course, you guys missed my boy Drew Henthorn earlier for HuskerDrewPicks.com. Remember, www.HuskerDrewPicks.com if you want to look at that. And then, of course, tomorrow we at 2 o'clock, you're going to tune in to the Popular Hour here on Facebook and of course, YouTube and Twitch. We'll be on all those doing the show live tomorrow. So 2 o'clock, join in, and of course we'll be coming from the barbershop, which is going to be interesting to see how everybody is. So everybody else, y'all be cool today. Stay